author and nutritionist Robert Ferguson. Please welcome Robert Ferguson.
All right, y'all, let's hear it for America's Fat Loss Coach, Robert Ferguson!
Yeah. Robert Ferguson in the house on a Fat Loss Friday. The title of this short talk is Ozempic Lie and What Most People Do Not Know. Now, some of you are taking this drug. I strongly recommend you talk to me or you listen, and I'm here for you. I have a program right now where I'm taking clients. I have physicians sending people to me who were on Ozempic, Wegovy, Trulicity, Mounjaro, and it's amazing. I'm actually reaching out to some of my coaches because I can't take on all these people. And the side effects people are experiencing, the Ozempic face that we're seeing, the muscle loss that is taking place, the concerns with thyroid cancer, the loss of hair. This is crazy. And the doctors are all over it. And a lot of you don't know why doctors are doing it, because they don't get paid because you end up getting a prescription. And I want to explain that to you. I'm going to share with you how doctors make money, okay? How they make the bulk of their money. And it's not because of prescriptions. The pharmaceutical companies are not taking them out to eat. That was back in the day. They're not, sending them on these vacations. That's illegal. But why do you think so many doctors and now med spas are pushing these drugs? Unbelievable what I'm going to share with you. Now, I'm going to get this done within 12 minutes from right now. 12 minutes. And if you're not taking the drug, write down, take notes on what I'm going to share with you so you can help someone. Or when this is done, go to my YouTube page. This will be available there, and you can forward this link to someone. Now, most people who are taking these drugs, they won't even want to listen because they don't want to know. They're in denial, and they would rather sweep it under the rug until they get off the drug. And there's some really smart people, intelligent people, people of influence, that are taking the drug. And as I open up in my one of my favorite quotes is when Jesus said when he was about to die, Lord, please forgive them for they not know what they do. And that resonates because some of you just want to get a jump start. You just want to kind of get the ball rolling. It's let me just take this drug. I can afford it. And, it's just going to help get my momentum going. And then I'll just get on. I'm not going to stay on it long. Yeah, you know who I'm talking to. Yeah, I'm talking to you. Short-term gain, in the words of Brian Tracy, for long-term pain. Because some of this stuff is irreversible depending on, and I'm talking about the negatives of these drugs, depending on who you talk to and what you're aware of. I wouldn't recommend these drugs for anybody unless it's a dire situation. Because I have clients that I have encouraged to take these drugs. So I would say 2, maybe 1% of my clientele who were diabetic, I say, you know what? And looking at their age is worth the temporary, let's do it. Let's put our toe in. And I'm cool with that because I know that they have done the work. I get it. And it's worth the experiment. It's kind of like getting the Fauci ouchie, if you know what I mean. I encouraged my mom to get it because of all of the comorbidities that she was dealing with at the moment. The lack of information that was available to us. And I was like, yes. And look at all the stuff that's coming out now. Anyway, let's stay focused because I want you guys to get this. And there's some really smart but stupid people that are taking this drug. You ever meet someone that's smart, but they do something like this and they're just stupid? A lot of that comes down to insecurities. And if someone doesn't like what I'm saying, catch me live. I would love to hear you. I would love to have a conversation with you about it. And I've already invited these physicians to have a debate with me live. They said they would. They've even mentioned my name, but then they won't do it live because I will drown them on this drug. I have been studying GLP-1 agonists, which is the thing that makes these drugs work, since 2010. I know it really well. And I'm going to share a couple things with you that they don't know. And I will take them like deep waters. And so for any of you who are recommending this drug to patients, shame on you, because you are influencing them, right? You're misinformed because you're going by what the pharmaceutical data says, and you're recommending something to these people, and they look at you because you have the white coat on or you're a med spa, and it's like, yeah. Shame on you. And for those of you who hear what I'm about to share, shame on you if you continue taking these drugs or you encourage somebody else to do it. Shame on you. Seriously. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous what's going on. But at the same time, I'm getting some clients because they want to reduce the worst case scenario of what's going to take place for some of them. And some of these people, we don't know, but some of them may not live their best life. When you look at a drug and it says one of the side effects is thyroid cancer, and they've seen that in animals, and then you look at the reality that they haven't done enough experimenting with these drugs to know the negatives, and everybody's begging for it, and doctors are getting paid big time, not from the pharmaceutical companies. I'm going to share with you how they get paid. But it's in demand. And there's people buying new cars. Doctors they're raking up because of the stupidity from the consumer. And I hate to say it that way because I don't want to be mean. Because some people aren't stupid. Some people are just unaware. The real smart people that really got their shit together with business and all that, you're the stupid ones. The ones who are just unaware, maybe got low self-esteem, they're not stupid. The people that just tick me off are the ones who know a lot, pretty educated, and don't want to know the real clear truth. Okay, so let's just cover a couple things. Well, one, how do doctors, why are doctors recommending this? Why are med spas in the business now, right? Because a lot of them have medical directors, so it's working. If you look at, so that you understand this, when you look at how the average local family physician is making money, they primarily make money based on doctor visits. So if you go into the doctor, I'm the worst patient for a doctor. I'm just a waste of time, really, because I'm going once a year and that's it. So if I go once a year, I don't have any drugs. They're not prescribing anything. There's nothing else they can do for me. I'm going to go in and they're going to go, okay, everything's good. See you next year. They get paid that one day for that one visit. That is it. You follow me? Now, let's say that you find out you're pre-diabetic and they're going to put you on metformin. Or even if you choose not to go on metformin, they're going to encourage you to come back in 3 months so they can do another hemoglobin A1C. Or let's say you have high blood pressure, or maybe it's starting to go up. You know what? Let's see what you can do for the next 3 months with your lifestyle. So that means you're going to come in 3 months, and on average, you're going to come in, 4 times a year. They get paid for every doctor visit. So that means they now get paid, they get paid 1 time a year from me. If you have to go in every 3 months, they get paid 4 times for every visit from you. Doctor visits. Now, here's where it gets interesting. Oh, my Lord. Are you ready for this one? If you're taking these drugs, Ozempic, you got to go in every week and get the shot. How many weeks in a year? 52. 52 doctor's visits. I go in once a year. You go in 52 times a year. Whoa. Who are you going to go out? I mean, they're going to roll the red carpet out because this drug is designed for them to rock and roll. They get paid every week. Unbelievable. And if a doctor had 1,000 clients, now 1,000, if he can get 1,000 people on Ozempic, that is a game changer. That doctor, so some doctors are going to be blinded, same as these med spas. They ain't thinking about you. They're not thinking about the potential of all these side effects. Are you kidding me? They're not thinking about what you got to what's going to happen to you. They're not looking at the fact that the side effects include seizures, slurred speech, vomiting, yellow eyes or skin, nausea, indigestion, headaches, fever, fast heartbeat, dizziness, diarrhea, depression, constipation, bloating, anxiety, thyroid cancer. No, I can get you in every week. And now we're already seeing some people going 1 week. I'm not going to go. And then if you don't even know how the drug works, and I see this a lot with all these different drugs, what do you think is going to happen? Okay. You know what? Let me show you something. Okay. I'm just going to make this really quick. Okay. If you can see on the screen, okay, I just threw this up there. I just want you to see there's two types of fat cells. You have hypertrophic, which is the big fat cell, and you have hyperplastic. Those are the small fat cells. The big fat cells are the ones that become dysfunctional, right? They increase in size, very high risk of insulin resistance, and they're pro-inflammatory. That's where a lot of the problems come from with these big fat cells. And then the smaller fat cells, you could be really healthy and have a whole bunch of these small fat cells. Okay, so remember the fat cells. Okay, so remember the fat cells. Stay with me. Okay, hear me on this. One of the things that these drugs do that no one is talking about, aside from the side effects, is that the big fat cells, they become small. And when the big fat cells become small and the small fat cells stay small, they duplicate. They bring in other fat cells. So let's say that you only had 1,000 fat cells, which you have, there's millions of fat cells. And you're taking this drug, and there's an enzyme that's triggered from the drug. And for those of you who are like, what do you call it? Like geeks like me, like nerds, I'm going to tell you exactly. There was a study with one called liraglutide. Now, all of these tides, if you notice, like semaglutide, like they all kind of sound alike, right? Tirzepatide, you have dulaglutide. So you have all these tides, right, that make up the brand. So the brand is Wegovy, the brand is Ozempic. Those are brands, but the active GLP-1 agonist would be semaglutide, right? So when they did a study on liraglutide, what's interesting is that it activates these enzymes in the fat cells and it causes them to stay small, right? So in function, liraglutide, slows all of that down, does its benefit. And let's say you had 1,000 fat cells, but now because of the drug, you have 10,000 fat cells. And fat cells live about 10 years. Okay, 10 years. So every year, 10% of your fat cells, every year, 10% of your fat cells will die. So that means 10 years before we can actually potentially replace these fat cells. This is why these doctors are sending people to me that want to get off, because there's going to be a class action suit, you guys. It's just a matter of time. The side effects and the negatives when people get off the drug is going to blow your mind. These fat cells get small. You have now thousands more, way more than you had before you took it. And then once you no longer take the drug that causes that fat cell to stay small, what do you think is going to happen? Yep. They're going to grow. And you got way more of them that are going to grow. And this is one of the reasons why you keep hearing how so many people who get off the drug end up gaining their weight back and then some. Like I said, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I share with you two things that nobody's talking about. The doctor is not, you think a doctor is going to sit there when they know how much money is on the table and say, you know what? With animals, we saw a significant increase in thyroid cancer. And then show you all of the side effects. In your mind, you're going, no, I'm going to go for this. Let me just get some momentum going. I'm going to lose some weight. Nope. You are setting yourself up for some serious problems. And another thing that they're not talking about, here's a bonus, and I'm going to say bye. The bonus is this. Like I talk about insulin resistance a lot, right? So insulin is a hormone. And in every cell in your body, brain cell, liver cells, bone cells, every cell, we're talking trillions of cells. You have a receptor on that cell. It's almost like a lock. And that's called a receptor. You have a receptor for insulin on every cell in the body. Well, when you're taking drugs and hormones like GLP-1, et cetera, you have GLP-1 receptors on your heart, in your brain, on other organs. And no one has done any studies on the reality of increasing GLP-1, which, believe it or not, you could do it naturally. If you just ate pure fat, GLP-1 goes up naturally. You didn't even need a drug. And there's other foods you can eat to get the internal benefits that you can get from Ozempic. You could have done it with food. You just didn't know. We know. And our coaches are being informed and learning all of this. So the value of what we bring to the table. And again, I've been at this as far as knowing how these drugs work, seriously, like hardcore, since 2010. In the last, since the pandemic, I've been heavy into it. You know what I mean? Like heavy. And working with some real, like, amazing people. So wake up, people. And I'm saying it like this, and I was just moved to do this because I was just talking to one of my clients, actually a few of my clients, and we just had some fun conversations about it, but this ain't funny. But I did tell them that I've created a whole nother business of having physicians who prescribe these products like Ozempic, that now when someone wants to get off, they're now pushing them to me because I can help them. I can. So if you're taking the drug and you actually are waking up and hearing what I'm saying, don't be shy. Don't think you can do it on your own. Reach out. I have a program specifically designed to help people transition from Ozempic, Wegovy, all these other drugs, and get back to using real food. In the words of Hippocrates, let thy food be thy medicine. He didn't say let Ozempic be thy medicine. Let Wegovy be thy medicine. Let all these drugs be thy medicine. Get informed, you guys, and help me pass this on. Spread the word. People need to know this. And if they want additional, I'll send you the studies where, all of this is in PubMed. The data is there, but just no one's talking about it, because what incentive does a doctor have and you come in wanting a drug for weight loss or your type 2 diabetes? In his head, he's going, is he going to talk you out of it? Hell no. Now, I'm sure there's some that are talking people out there, and they're probably doing well financially. But most of them are sitting back going, geez, we only used to see her like once, maybe twice a year. Now we get to see her every week. And as many of you who are taking this drug, at first you were on it every week. It was good. You ain't going to go every week for 52 weeks. You're going to start missing weeks. And then you're going to start to try to eat some food. It's going to push back on you. Man, it ain't all. And this is an example of when everyone's running left, don't run left. You know what I mean? Like if I see everybody running left, I'm going right or straight or going backward. I am not jumping in that herd. There's a herd mentality going on right now with these drugs. People aren't even wanting to know the truth. They're just jumping on it, doing it because they heard Elon Musk was doing it, or Kim Kardashian was taking it, or they got a friend at work who's doing it. Again, you're either stupid or you're just unaware. I don't know which one you are. Now, the stupid people, they would not hear me get to this point because they're stupid. They would have either clicked over, or hide me for 30 days. They don't want to hear it. They would rather be surprised. Now, the ignorant people are like, oh, shit, I didn't know that. Oh, man. Okay, I need to talk to your doctor. What do you think he's going to tell you? Yeah, we can get, but, I think you should give it another. Of course, we want to keep you on it. I need those doctor visits. Come on. I'm keeping it real always. So, again, a lot of you, man, a lot of people just don't talk about all the problems. Come on. If you're taking the drug and you want some help, reach out to me. Go to my website at dietfreelife.com. If you want to learn how to eat, start with either contacting us. I can coach you. I can put you in touch with one of our coaches. And we have an 8-week fat loss challenge. That's a great place to start, no matter what, because you'll learn the methodology. You'll learn how to use food or eat food in a way to get rid of excess body fat and to improve all parts of health. All right. Hey, you guys have a great weekend. If you're catching a replay, thanks for checking in. If you have questions about anything, post it in the comments and I will get back to you, or one of our certified coaches will. So until the next one, as a reminder, I share because I care. I didn't have to share all that. That was energy and time. I actually want to help some people. And I just see people flocking to this outcome that is not going to be, I mean, mark my words, some of you. Mark my words. I would say maybe within 3, maybe 5 years, we will hear class action suit. There will be class action suits because drugs have come. We've all seen this happen in the past. Ephedra was big. It was big. And then eventually it got banned. I don't know if this will get banned because it got an FDA approval. There's a whole bunch of money in it, but it's going to be pretty scary. It's going to be really scary. So God bless all of you who have started taking it. I hope that you are okay. I hope that you transition off of it sooner than later. And again, I am here to help you if you need it. Okay? Till the next one. Peace.